Arne Slot has just completed his pre-match press conference for West Ham, and once again there was some interesting news to come out of it. Team news in particular, first of all, I think the headline's probably the fact that Federico Chiesa is not fit to do 90 minutes, but he is fit to start. So reading between the lines, I would not be surprised if he does get his first start for Liverpool tomorrow out against West Ham. Caoimhim Kelleher will still be in goal, although the news on Alisson was actually quite positive. There's going to be a decision to make on him before the Wolves game, so it feels like he's not too far away. Another lad who'll have a decision about him is Trey Nioni. The under-21s are playing this evening, so keep an eye out for that squad to find out whether or not he's in it, because if he's not in it, there's a high chance that he'll be in the senior squad as well on Wednesday. Arne Slot was in generally a chipper mood, as he has been for most of these press conferences. He tends to be quite a good morning person, which may not necessarily be the same as some of us journos here. But he had a very good answer to my question regarding Ibrahima Konate and his performance against Bournemouth. Here it is.
I wanted to ask you about Ibrahima Konate's performance against Bournemouth, in particular his use of the ball. It appeared the way the Bournemouth were playing, it seemed as though they saw it as an apparent weakness. They were marking Van Dijk very heavily every time Kelleher had the ball, so Konate was often the spare man, and he had the task of trying to make a lot of key decisions in the build-up, and yet his passes were instrumental in all three goals. So as a coach, when an opponent sees something as an apparent weakness, how pleasing is it for you to see it become a strength?
I'm not sure if they see him as a weakness. What could be is that they see Virgil as an unbelievable strength. So that makes it maybe for Ibu, it's not that he has a weakness, but maybe Virgil is even further ahead when it comes to bringing the ball out from the back. It was a surprise for us as well, because all the games they played till now, they were pressing the left centre back with their number 10. And this was the first time they went to the right, and for us it was a real good decision for the reason you just said, because it led to 3 goals. But who knows what would have happened if they given Virgil the same amount of space. Maybe we would have scored even more. But it's a very positive thing for us and for me to see that that if they think they can press Ibu, that Ibu is capable of finding his teammates the way he did last Saturday.
I'm always pleased when we get a little bit of new information from Arne Slot, and the fact that he was surprised at Bournemouth's tactics and the way that they pressed Van Dijk rather than pressing Konate was nice. But again, the way he kind of answered it was a sure message to any other teams who felt like they might be looking to target Konate, because this isn't the first time that his passing has led to Liverpool goals. If you go back to the beginning of the season, the very first goal of the season against Ipswich was a very key pass that he plays at the beginning of that move. So Konate's passing, some people, myself included, believe that might have been part of the reason he found himself out of the side at the end of last season. So it's good to know it's something he's been working on. There's been some questions about Trent Alexander-Arnold as well, obviously in the wake of his interview with James Pearce at the weekend. Most of them concentrating on his defensive abilities and his hunger to become a greater defender rather than necessarily the contract situation, which I'm sure Arne Slot would have batted away anyway. But it's good to hear he's pleased with the way his relationship with Trent has been building, and he acknowledged the fact that his relationship with Jurgen was so very strong, so it is encouraging to know that he has been able to build something so quickly. But we'll have to wait and see. West Ham will be tough opponents, but this is a cup and a competition that Arne Slot appears to be taking seriously. He said we are the holders, and when you're the holders of a trophy, you have to protect it, you have to defend it. So we'll have to wait and see how that goes.